I think you guys are looking at some basketball history. When you see a team shoot 38 from the field, 33 from three, and 58-6 from the free throw line, you're going to lose by double digits. But every single night, this team wins. It's an amazing thing. And I think it's because they get more possessions. They work so hard at the defensive end. Ashworth was absolutely fantastic. Just a great player. We turned him over 10 times last time, and tonight he's 11-4. But these two guys are not only great players, but they're just mature winners. I mean, Kadary, 19 points, 10 rebounds, 4 steals, 3 assists, 1 for 3 from three, 4 for 4 from the line, and then Zuby was 18 points, 5 assists, 1 turnover, which that also, from a statistical standpoint, is one of the most amazing things of the year. So 5-1.
Oh yeah, we worked on it.
So I'm real proud of these two guys and the win and everything that surrounds the win. But it's so much fun coaching these two guys because they're pros. They act like pros. They want to win. And Kadary just keeps getting better and better. I love his confidence. He doesn't even think about shooting a three. He just has great confidence right now, and that's why he's playing so well.
Okay, we'll take questions for Zuby or Kadary. Zach? Zuby, can you just describe what, the final seconds felt like, the sellout crowd, chance, and, you're headed to a win that's going to give you guys a really good shot to win the league title better. What was those final seconds like, as you get wrapped up this week?
I mean, it's something that you could dream of as a little kid, just playing the MSG, the world's most famous arena, packed house, and, you have everybody there to support you when you pull out a win like that, and especially when the win means so much. So it was just something that I can't really, describe, and as a player, and it's something that, it feels good, not just for me, but for the whole fan base as well.
Congrats on the win, guys. Kadary, growing up in Brooklyn, what does it mean to you to be putting on for the city and the whole state of New York?
It feels good, going around being noticed because of the way we're playing and what we're doing as a team. So it has its benefits. We're going hard, we're staying humble, and we're going to keep on trying to win every game and play how we're playing.
Zuby, can you kind of describe what it was like for you guys to get Davon back tonight, and especially what he did for you in the first half?
I mean, absolutely. He's a guard that pushes the pace, and you could tell that the flow within the game was it was pretty solid, especially on the offensive end as well. And he's a guy that he could get after it as well on defense, and being active with his hands and causing disruptions.
Zuby, I know you spoke about it's going to take a team effort against their size, Carl Brenner. Just what allowed you guys to eventually break through against them?
I think the coaching staff did a great job of just preparing us for this game, and just letting us know all the little things and what it takes to pull out a win like this. And for the most part, we stuck with the scouting report, and I think everybody was pretty locked in, and especially on the defensive end, and just doing whatever it takes to get the win.
Coach, I'm just curious, when you took this job, you said that St. John's was going to happen. Did everything that's happened in legitimately 23 months, 22-4, top 16 seed yesterday, top 10 ranking, the Garden sold out, did it happen quicker maybe than you initially thought it could when you first got the job?
The only thing I'm really surprised at is the fan base packing the Garden. I mean, these are now Knick crowds. Yeah. And I think, like last year's Knick team, about the toughness, New York strong, we're doing what they did last year, and that's why the fans are coming out. So that's the only thing I'm surprised at. Everything else I was hoping for, see if it would happen.
Okay, we'll go to Jason.
Rick, it seemed like early in the game, it was you guys were down 14-4, you got a 2 or 3, then turnover, missed a quick shot, and then another turnover, and next thing you had a 5-point burst. How pivotal was that early? Would you say that possibly was the turning point of the game, even that early in the action?
I think when you have, even though you're not shooting a high percentage, but anytime you have 21 assists and 5 turnovers, that's an amazing performance because they did a lot of really good things on offense. The free throws, I think Zuby, it just gets into his head. He's a good free throw shooter. It's just when he starts thinking about it instead of just shooting normally. But we played a really good game. They're a very good basketball team. They're tough to play against. But look, when you play a whole basketball game with this much pressure on it and only turn it over 5 times, it's an amazing feat.
Rick, with the success that you guys are having now, looking towards next year, the impact that the team is having on New York basketball and just high school recruiting in general.
Well, we're not recruiting any high school basketball players. Not this year. We've already recruited Ruben, Lefty. Come on, we're building from that. This year, we're not even looking at a high school basketball player because we're losing Davon, Kadary, and Aaron. You can't replace them with high school kids.
Go Zach and then Roger.
Rick, can you give us a timeline of what happened with Davon?
Biggest shock, I was shutting him down, and I said to Davon, and nobody's deciding now except him, Davon, when you're 100%, you're back in. He said, Coach, do you mind if yesterday if I try play a development session? I said, have at it. He said, I feel good, I'm ready to go. It was one of the biggest shocks of the year for me because I thought we were looking at the earliest after Connecticut. And to be honest with you, without him tonight, we don't win this game. We do not win because we're pressing the entire game. And if we didn't have him, we don't win the game. So it was a real happy thing for us to get him there.
Obviously, Brady's been out for the season for quite some time, but, to have the team, the rest of the team at full strength going into this home stretch, how big a deal is that for you guys, especially with like a possible conference championship?
I think what you're seeing is an amazing thing, just like I said statistically. I think what you're seeing from this team is truly amazing. I think that they've gone through a lot of serious injuries, but never wavered. It's been that next man up mentality. But what I like look, you're going to see an episode of, I'm sure you're all tuned in at the edge of your seat to see the next episode of Vice. But you're going to see some problems in the locker room. And the result of Sim, and we've gone through our problems with Davon early in the year, with Sim, but we've never wavered with our discipline of the way you should be. And you're going to see that up close and personal on TV. And you're going to see how the team has grown. Because the toughest thing, like you see Auburn right now, they have just about every player back. I think they took 1 transfer. So that's why they're so good. We're just a bunch of guys, really the guys that came back, we got all new, I think 4 new starters. So it takes time to build a team. And even with the injuries, this team never wavered with their work ethic. But they're getting it now. They've arrived. The Garden's packed. They're playing great. But all I'll say to you is Connecticut, Seton Hall. Okay? We could go to DePaul and lose, and all this hard work down the drain. So that was my message to them. Anybody in this conference could beat anybody. We could go in and lose to DePaul. You see the numbers. It's very easy to do. But because of the way we play, with 5 turnovers and meticulous with the rebounding down the stretch, it's pretty special. I am very happy, but the only thing I can say is if you take the statistics, you can honestly say you can lose to anybody. And we can. We can lose to DePaul. We could lose to Connecticut. We could lose to Marquette at Marquette. We could lose certainly to Butler laying 97 the other night. We could lose to anybody. But because they work so hard, I look at this. I've never in my lifetime coached a team like this. All my teams work hard. That's a blessing I've had as a coach. But I've never seen these type of statistics and this much winning, ever, ever. It defies all statistical logic, but that tells you how good they are with effort. And effort for any basketball coach, you say, give me that, make that your common denominator, and it is. You guys are witnessing something very, very special, and it's exciting for the players. I can assure you, I had nothing to do with 19,800 people here tonight. These players make it. That's why the fans are coming out, because they appreciate the work ethic of this team. I appreciate my assistant coaches for what they give us each night out, the amount of work they put in. But this is a players' reunion with St. John's. They are bringing the fans all back with their effort, and I know St. John's appreciates that.